Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the game room. So, yeah, kind of looking around. I was thinking, well, what else can I do? And I mean, playthroughs are one thing, and everything else. Still doing them. If you got any ideas for me, let me know down in the comments below. But kind of came across. Well, I heard of it. I've been watching him do it. Farmer Donkey. He's a great guy, makes great videos and everything else. Go check him out. I'll try to leave a link in the description below. But yes, he's got a challenge going on that he put out, and I think it's put out quite a while ago now. But I decided that I'm going to take a look at it and see here. Basically, it is called Broke to Barren. Okay, so we're going to try being or work our way up to being a baron. But anyway, so how to start this? Well, I've already kind of got this started, but I'll go through it here. It says how to start. Starting money at $250,000, which I'm at. All right. No starting loan. Economy, difficulty, normal or higher. I've got mine set to normal. And no starting farm. And as you can see here from this map, I've got no green, which means I haven't bought anything yet. No starting farm. No starting farm. What else? See, buy land equipment with the starting money. You must spend enough money to be below 10,000 to start. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to buy land. We'll have to buy some equipment, things like that, so that we get our money down to below 10,000 or below, which really shouldn't be that hard to do. Other rules. You can take out loans up to $1 million total per challenge, but you can only have one loan at a time. Now, I'm not sure how you can have multiple loans, but and he says per challenge. Now, we'll kind of get into that a little bit more, make sure I understand it properly. And Donkey, if you're watching this, let me know if I'm right on how I'm interpreting this. But $1 million loans per challenge, but only can have one loan at a time. And it must be paid before proceeding to the next stage of the challenge. Okay. Now, this is where there is 2, 4, 5 stages. Okay, so there is the peasant, which is where you're going to start off with. You need to have chickens. You need to own 100 chickens to be able to proceed to the next stage. All right, next stage, shepherd, goats and sheeps. You must own 100 of them each to proceed to the next one, which is rancher. Cows and pigs. You need to own 100 of them each to proceed to the tycoon, which is buffalo and horses. You need to own 100 buffalo and 5 horses to proceed to the next one, which is the baron. So the baron, this portion of the final portion of the challenge, you need to own 30% of the map and have production that uses all your animals' products. Now, we can build these productions throughout the game I'm assuming in, what's the word? In preparation for having these other animals. So if I've got the chance to do something with the horses, I'm not sure what you can do with horses. I don't know if they're, what's their production for horses. But anyways, I'll have to look into that. But anyways, you get the buffalo, so you got buffalo milk, all that stuff. So you can kind of build up these, if I'm right, you can build these productions as you're going, even if you don't have, say the cows and pigs. You can do a dairy and set that up and get it ready for when you have cows. Because he doesn't say what type of cows, he just says cows and pigs. So I'm assuming you can have dairy or just beef, right? Now, it depends. But with beef, what do you do with just beef? Those are usually buy and sell, unless you have the mods that give you the butcher shop, right? So, I mean, that's all that. So, Yeah, so if you pull out a loan to buy your chicken coop and your chickens and stuff, you need to pay off that loan before you can take out another loan to do whatever else, kind of thing. That's the way I'm understanding it. You are allowed to do contracts, but it must be done with your own equipment. So yes, you can do contracts, but you need your own equipment to be able to do that contract. So, for example, a baling contract, you would have to have your tractor and a baler, right? If it's wrapping, well, you need your own wrapper, so, and so on, right? Hedges may not be removed. Now, I don't understand what hedges are. I'm thinking it's things that are probably in between the fields. So if there's a row of trees there, they cannot be removed. If there's a ditch or something, I'm assuming it can't be removed. You know, stuff like that. Basically, you can't make most fields bigger. Some fields have nothing in between. I'm assuming you can in larger fields. That's what I'm guessing. Again, I'm not quite sure. Maybe Farmer Dnkey can make a comment in my description below or in my comments below and let us know exactly what that means. Driving. Driving on the main roadways with farm equipment will cause a fine of $100 for road maintenance. Now, I'm not quite sure how to do that. If you're on console and stuff, I'm not sure. I know with PC, if you have, I think it's Easy Dev or Power Tools, you can subtract that money, right? So that's probably what I would do. I don't know if that rule is for just driving down the road, or does it apply to even crossing the road? Like, say you got one field on one side and a field on the other side. Does it still apply? I'm not quite sure. Mods, anything goes except money generators. Now, I don't know if that includes windmills or solar panels or buildings with solar panels. So I'm going to try and stay away from that stuff, but again, not completely elaborated on. I'm assuming things like the government signs, the government subsidy signs, is a no-no right off the bat. If you have buildings with solar panels on them, does that count? Yes, no? You guys let me know what you think. Settings. Seasonal growth has to be on. Periodic plowing, crop destruction, lime, field stone, weeds, disaster destruction, all has to be turned on. Everything else is at your own choice. Yeah, and the challenge tiers, we already went through that. So that's the basic rules. So I'm on Backroads County. Okay. So what I'm looking at, like I said, you got to buy your land and stuff. So I kind of taking a look around, and the freaking lands on this thing are expensive. I mean, just this little portion is $580, or $568. This one, $475. This is going to be a tough challenge with these types of prices. Even this, $260,000. You know, and that's just a basic, simple field, right? But anyways, there are some cheaper ones like these little things here, which are basically forests. So there's going to be a bunch of work just to get this stuff done up, you know. Or if you buy some of these, like this one here, it's $215,000, $145,000, you know. So they're still not the cheapest. But I'm looking at 37, which is $36,600, and $39,620, right? And that gives me this here. It gives me enough spot or enough place to put up a small house or something, a small barn, shed for equipment. And I'm thinking right off the bat, to make some money to start with, I'm going to put up a sawmill. Now, the sawmill, I got if I buy 37, it gives me all these trees plus whatever I've got down in the edges here. And yeah, so that'll give me some starting money. Equipment and stuff. Now, I kind of picked this area just for the fact that we got this plot here, which is 103,000. So we can upgrade to a field, and it's not far from the farm. I got fuel here. I've got the general store here. And then down here, I've got the grains. I got the train. I've got a manure pile because this is all part. Well, I got the lime station, but this is the animals here, so we're not far from the animals. And then just straight down the road, we got the sawmill. So even if I don't buy a sawmill right away, I can sell wood here. And then I can buy my own sawmill or whatever. But we got lots of room to expand. And like you said, you got to own 30% of the map. So really, if I started working all of this stuff down here at the bottom, that's a good chunk. I'm not quite sure how much is 30%. We'll have to figure it out. And, but yeah, I could start, buying up all of this stuff down here, adding on to it. I got lots of trees I can cut down to continue that process of wood processing, and lots of room to start putting, chickens and cows and all that stuff. And then for as far as 30%, I can follow this road up here, and then I can start coming up this way really if I wanted to, right? And that should be close to like 30% of this whole map. So that's what I'm looking at. As far as his rules didn't say anything about how much money they had to end with or anything like that. There was nothing like that. Just, I think the whole point is to get to this point of Baron. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to give this a good old-fashioned try here, that's for sure. And yeah, so basically let's get to it. So let's go. We're going to buy 39. Hello. Thank you. And we're going to buy 37. That'll start us off with money. Well, start us off with being able to make money. Now we're going to go here. We're going to visit. So right off the bat, we got some nice grass on this property. So we're going to come up here like this. We got some nice grass. Now, I believe this property ends right around this bend. Right at this bend here, if I remember correctly. Let's go to the map. Click on it. Right, yeah, so right around that bend area. Okay, now. So, I think my first vehicle shop, you know what I'm going to do? Because I got to buy a vehicle. I'm going to need a tractor. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to talk to this owner. And he said it's okay. Yep, that's good. So we're going to set up delivery. Now, of course, delivery costs you money, right? So we're going to put the delivery right about here somewhere, I think. Should be good. Okay, so we got delivery set up. So I'm thinking right off the bat, my normal tractor, which is 89,000. Now we're going to see if there's any in the used of that tractor. Because I'm kind of thinking long term, right? Now that's 100,000. Even this one, this one's 14,000. And it's only 90 horsepower. You can't do much with that, right? Let's see, this one's 74,000. And it's 136 horsepower. Not bad, not bad. Now, what am I looking for here? I'm also going to need a baler wrapper. And I am not seeing one. Okay, how about a mower? We need a mower. This is 12,000. And it said any mods goes, so I'm just looking here, just trying to see if the stuff that I normally like having. I'm not seeing anything that I normally like having in here other than that mower. Well, Okay, let's go back over here. So we're gonna, first off, I'm gonna grab my tractor. Now you're probably wondering, well, why that one? It's 230 horsepower right off the bat. Okay. The wheels can be upgraded, so you can put the wheel weights and stuff on. It does have the front PTO and 3-point hitch. It's got the rear 3-point hitch and PTO, so I can run front mounted equipment. Also, it can be upgraded with the stuff for the field, right? The sensors and that. So we're gonna buy that. It's a great economy tractor. It works great. I need. I think it was this trailer I bought last time, because we're gonna have to haul bales. This again, you can put the extensions on it. Wheel setup, I don't think that really matters much. It just depends what style of tread you get. But anyways, so we're gonna buy that. Down to 61,000. Still trailers, back up some more. We need the mower. And we need a baler. But right now, I think the baler is going to be too much. See, this is just a baler, though. It's not the one I normally get. It's either this one I normally get, or I think it's one of these. But again, they're not on sale at the moment, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait on the baler wrappers, and we're going to wait on the mower. Okay, so right now, what do we got? We got the trailer, we got the tractor. So if we buy a chainsaw and a sawmill, we can make money with wood. So let's go here. And need this. Factories, I think. So I'm gonna stick this right here in the corner. Oh. Okay, well, we'll fix that up and clean that up a little bit. And we're down to 34,000. So I got to spend money until we get down to 10,000 or less. So what else will make us money right away that we will need later? We can't start any work until, you know, my thing is we're going to, says we need factories that uses the products of our animals. So I'm going to look at factories that will use more than one thing at a time. So like this one here needs milk, or at least it needs eggs, milk, yeah, things like that. But we're going to find some that will take a lot more, like buffalo milk and blah, 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 and all that stuff. I know there's some, you know, that will do a whole bunch of different things, like this one here. So we're going to end up looking for those. And this one takes quite a bit of stuff. Eggs, milk, butter, blah, blah, blah. So that's chickens, cows, buffalo milk, goat milk, you know, and then we'll find one that does fabrics and stuff, so we can drop off for the sheep. And I'll have to figure out what else. Again, I don't know what there is for horses. What do you got for horses? So yeah, we're going to look at a bunch of different things here eventually. Okay, how do I... Let's look at... because I got to spend more money here. So, forage wagon. No, he says I can't drive tractors down the road. So if I get a forage wagon, is there any forage wagons over here? Yeah, trailer. That is a forage wagon, right? A little too much money though. Never mind. That's a forage wagon, right? 22,000. And it's got silage additive. Like I said, I just got to spend enough that, see, it only needs 130 horsepower. Okay, so we can upgrade that later if we wanted to. So we're going to buy that. Now, let's go look at a mower. Oh, out too far. Here we go. I needed this. Mower. Okay, I need to go see what the dogs are barking at here. Okay. Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah, everybody. I'm back. Okay, so where was I? So we got the mower. We got that. And I'm at 5,000. So we need one more thing. That's way down here. So we're going to pick up a Husqvarna. And I want to look at one more thing yet. I think it's under here, under silos, I think. This is yes, this is way more than I want to spend at the moment. Bunker can be filled with chaff grass. That's 7,500. It's still too much. 750. I'm not sure how that one works. Big center stair right. I don't think this is the bunker itself. I think it's actually just to make a big bunker. I'm not sure how this works, guys. So let's just kind of go down here. So I'm not quite understanding this. This is middle element. So I think you got to put this down first and then put like these things down on top. How much is that? Some manure. Where is that other one? Or is it going to give it to me on this map? It may not give it to me on this thing. This is just containers. I don't think it's in this. I don't see why it would be in tools, factories, selling points. I'm guessing anything that's in here is a no-no. That would be generating money, right? So anyways, so first things first. We're going to hook this trailer up. Actually, I don't even need that yet. Because I think I can just chop down a few of these and let them land right on the spot I need them. So we're going to go like that and that. I'm going to go like this. Oh yeah, I also need to do this. No, that didn't quite work, but that's okay. Come on, cooperate with me. There we go. A few of those, that'll start getting some wood beams on the go, right? And then we'll haul the wood beams. Now, this is where it might cause a problem. I'm going to need probably some sort of trailer and a truck. Some of this land a little bit. Come on, I didn't get rid of enough stumps yet to say that I got them all. Okay, so what are we sitting at here? 16,000 that'll do for the moment. Now, so the sawmill is straight down that road. Now again, I don't know if I'm allowed to cross the road. It's still a $100 fine, or what? Because like I said, if I get a field on this side and a field on that side, you know. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that $100 fine is even if you cross the road or if it's just driving down. Because if that's the case, it's going to cost me $100, $200 every time I bring a load of wood in. So please, if somebody knows, let me know. May have a workaround. Now, technically, I am not on the road. I'm on train tracks. I'm just seeing how hard it would be to get to sawmill. Another tree. Well, that's definitely a long drive, but I can do that a couple of times. Come here and sell the wood beams, right? Then I can make enough money to buy a truck and trailer. So I'm going to head back. I think that's my plan. I'm going to head back and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, something else I thought of here is I could probably bring wood down here and sell it on the train. I'll have to check into that. But yeah, I could just haul here to bring the wood beams and sell them. Along with the forage wagon. I don't need a silo bunker yet, but if I can find a cheap tedder, I can bring hay down here. So we're going to look into that once I get back. Okay, we're back here now. Now see, I've also made this harder for myself because it's all manual hookups and everything. I've got tire wear, wheel usage. I've actually made this even harder for myself. I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit. Rearrange some of this stuff here. Okay, so, now his rules state that I don't know if the loans can be for anything or if it's only for doing the like the animals. So again, if I'm not allowed to, let me know. But I am going to take a loan here, and it'll be easy to pay off. It'll be a while before I need animals. I'm just checking something here. Okay, so I took a $400,000 loan. Now, with that $400,000 loan, I am going to put in a chicken coop and put some chickens in it. I'm looking for the wrong one anyways. I'm also going to buy, I think it's in, okay, so we're at this point now. Escape, okay. So we're going to come in here. Yeah, 2,000 birds. Sounds good to me, right? It's a lot of birdies. Now, we are going to need a trailer. Trailer. Okay, something else we're going to need is okay. So we're gonna buy that. Yes. This first video is gonna be a little longer because you kind of just getting everything set up, right? So we've got that. Now we need to come down here. Yeah, so as of right now, I think we're doing good. So, actually, while I'm at it, let's just double check down here again. Probably nothing has changed. So again, if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know. And we'll try to correct things. And I think one more thing here, which should be needed. I gotta be careful how far I go here. Okay, so I'm not gonna put solar panels on it, so. Okay, so I think we're good for now. So we're going to easily make this money back. Here is a truck for transporting vehicles down the road. You know what I haven't bought yet? Place to sleep. I haven't bought a place to sleep yet. That's okay. We can deal with that. No problem. Let's get all this stuff back over here. We're going to spend a little bit more money, or pretty much the rest of our money. Or we're going to have very unhappy chickens. Fortunately, we're going to have to buy our feed for now, but that's okay. Get what we can. This will keep them busy for a little bit. Not very long, but it will keep them busy for a little bit. Already starting. Look at that. Eggs already. And this should be pushing out. Oh, it's not doing. Break all at the moment. Son of a beach. Forgot all about this part. Oh well. Oh, I want this. This, this, activate. All that time spent and I totally forgot to turn it on. Oh well. Okay, so since I guess I need money. Wondering why I wasn't getting anything. It helps if you turn things on, right? Not quite sure why I put that up, but I don't need it yet. Hey everybody, I think I'm probably going to call this a end of video. Got an hour and a half worth of video to edit. So I'm going to finish cutting this grass. I'm going to get it tethered and baled, or not baled. I'm going to pick it up with a forage wagon. Then I'll probably run it down to the animal dealer. So, I will keep you guys completely in the loop, you know, and that's trust me, I'm not cheating. But yeah, no, I'm gonna finish cutting this grass up. Like I said, I'm gonna get it tethered and picked up and brought down to the animal dealer. If you can let me know, well, I guess if I drive a tractor down the road, then I can just use my easy dev to subtract $100. But let me know if it actually applies to crossing the road as well. I mean, real life, I know it's supposed to be the challenge, but I mean, in real life, the tractors do drive down the roads, and you know, they do cross the roads and things like that, so. But part of the challenge is that it can't drive down the road, which is absolutely fine. I just want to know if it applies to crossing the road as well. Otherwise, that's going to cost a lot of freaking money. Yeah, let me know about that. Let me know if anything I've done so far is wrong, illegal, whichever. You know, and then we'll try and rectify it. I think I'm following the rules as best as I understand them. So I've got chickens on the go. So for now, we're just gonna sell the eggs, but we'll end up clearing all this wood off of this property, and then we can start putting factories in there as we clear and sell and whatever else. I'm hoping this whole strip, you know, 37, 36 and all that, blah blah blah, I'm hoping that's where all the factories and stuff are gonna go. Now I'm hoping on the back side, like across the train tracks, is where I'm going to put or start buying all the fields and everything, and, you know, because I'm going to need some wheat and stuff for the chickens. Obviously, eventually we're going to need stuff for goats and sheep and, you know, cows and buffalo, horses. But for now, we're just trying to get the farm established, get things moving, get money coming in. Once we got all of that, you know, like I know, like collecting these eggs for a full year, it's going to be some serious money. So, but that's a full year, November to November. As of right now, we'll probably be cashing them in before then. I'm going to try and wait until November. But yeah, I'm going to, eggs in this quantity is quite the dollar amount. So, okay, that's that. I'm gonna grab this tedder. Then I'm eventually gonna need a shed to put all this stuff in. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I got to shut it off. I don't know if you guys use this tedder or not, but I love this thing. Okay, everybody, so I'm not going to bore you with me traveling back and forth here, so I'm going to run down side of the road to the animal dealer and deliver this, come back, get the rest of this. So we're going to call this a video, and yeah, we will see you in the next one. Have fun, my friends.